Good morning. Just laying here on my deflated mat. We have only around 9 miles to Timberline Lodge, and the lunch doesn't start until 12, I think. I've been trying to find the times. There's one comment that says 12. I hope it doesn't start at like 11. And we are only like 9 miles. I think I already said that. And so it is uphill. I think the last 2 miles are all sandy, which should be just... I'm such a fan of uphill anything. Uphill sand, uphill gravel, uphill mud. But, you know, on a positive note, there'll be lunch buffeting, and I will be enjoying. And we camped, if you didn't see last night's video, we camped on a blue blaze near a lake, and it was so pretty. And there were some deer that found it just as pretty as we did. But I guess I'm gonna slowly get up. I already made coffee. I'm just laying back down because it's so nice. And I have like time, you know, if it's 9 miles 9 miles, need to be there by 12. I don't really have to leave here until like 9, but I know we'll probably leave here at around 7:38, probably 8, more like maybe 7:45. I'll let you know. Well, it's 7:50. We're almost about to leave. That's all I have. We are on a blue blaze, so this is a loop, which means that instead of having to go back, we can just loop it to the other side, which means we'll still hike the same amount of mileage. I think it's like 1.5 miles from one point to the other point, so. Still on the blue blaze, which is fine, because I met another subscriber. Oh, forgive me if I got your name wrong, but I think it was Noreen. She was with the Purple Sisters. She recognized my shorts. That's usually what happens. People recognize my flamingo shorts. Thanks to Gordon at Around the Bend. He kind of convinced me to take some chicken legs shorts. I think that's what the brand is called, chicken legs. So people just recognize me because of my flamingo shorts. Because I have the different color hoodie, so since the videos are generally delayed, people are still looking for that sage green hoodie. So, but it was so fun, you know, like honestly, she also said like, man, you really inspired me. And that is so like, that is all I want from this channel, to inspire. And it really means the world when people say this to me. Thank you. Thank you so much for being so kind. So, if you haven't watched my video yesterday, you don't know that I developed something called fitted keratoelasts. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm saying keratoelasts. Anyway, my feet looked really nice this morning, but I think that's just how that works. Because the little crater-like things you get on your feet get really big when you have wet feet. So my feet were so dry and they looked so good. But I'm just treating it, you know, keeping them dry, putting some foot powder on it, slapping some sanitizer on. And then when I get to Timberline, I'm gonna take my shoes off and put my sandals on. And then when I get to town, new shoes and treat it with a little bit hydrogen peroxide. And maybe if it's really bad, which it hasn't been. Yesterday said I have about 20% of what you would see if you were to Google that affliction. I think it's more like 12%, maybe even like just 8. It's not a lot. So I'm kind of happy that I noticed it before it just became one big crater on the ball of my feet. Still on the blue blaze. Back on the PCT, y'all. Okay, I have 7.2 miles to the lodge, it is mostly uphill. I have an uphill, then a little downhill, and then it's uphill. And the last 2 miles are probably the hardest. Road crossing. Roadrunner is crossing that road. And now we have 5.2 miles of uphill. And how many feet of elevation, Sonic?
2,000, just 2,000.
2,000 feet of elevation. The most of it will be the last 2 miles. Here's the sand they was talking about. That's like just the last mile, not really 2 miles. Wow, look at that view though. Oh my goodness, there's the lodge. And I can barely breathe. I'm just looking at the lodge and the trail is just going in a circle like a little teaser. It's just right there. But of course I have to follow the PCT, right?
Like, listen, if you have a neon green tent.
She got one tiny dessert. I know, I'm a horrible person pointing that out.
Okay. Like, very crazy. All the people traipse around and stuff.
So apparently The Shining was filmed here, and then that's why we have this year axe right there. And people have all these strong reactions when we tell them that they have the axe here. And I also, obviously, as you could tell, found somewhere, but somewhere is doing something, going in. Back to hiking. Oh, what was I gonna say? Somewhere's going to government center to send some stuff via mail. But I should see her latest on Friday because we'll be sharing a room since another amazing subscriber is helping us out with a room. So that's pretty cool. Okay. River Crossin, crossing that river. Well, y'all, today is just a leisurely day. Leisurely day. I'm walking in my sandals again, which is, of course, I took the worst part to walk in my sandals. I just want to dry my feet out a little bit more. I should have looked, but here I am. Well, I had to put my shoes back on, even though my socks are still wet, because it's just not safe to walk in sandals. I don't know how people do it, It's 6:19. I've hiked 18 point some miles. Not a lot today, mainly because I am just before something called Ramona Falls. And somebody told me that getting there in the morning is way better than getting there at night, the way the sun hits the falls. So I'll hit that tomorrow morning. And then probably hike 30 miles tomorrow so that it's 10 miles into Cascade Locks. We've only got 40 point something to Cascade Locks, so that should be pretty good. I'm a little far from water. I mean like 0.3, so I have to go get some water. I didn't plan to camp here. But this looked good on pine needles, and apparently the tent sites further down have a lot of poop. So, because people don't bury their stuff. So, I found this nice. Okay, now I'm gonna get water. 0.3 away. I also, Sonic came, so I'm gonna see if I can carry his 3 liters, my 2 liters, and then my 3 liters. Hopefully it won't be, like the water's literally down there, but that would be way too steep to climb to. It was just got another 0.6 expedition.